flowers are on full display at the iconic Newport mansions.
That's right. The annual flower show is back for another year, giving visitors a summer-like feel. Ashley Erling joins us now live from Rosecliff Mansion with more on this weekend's event. Good morning, Ashley.
Everywhere you look, plus dozens of different vendors and lecturers who you will be able to listen to today here as well. And Cordelia de Castellane is one of those, and she joins me this morning. Good morning.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing great, and I know that people are so excited to hear from you today. Tell us what you'll be speaking about.
Well, I'm very excited to be here. It's my first time in Newport. I'll be talking about my book and how my garden and my flowers are important in my creation. How I do all my designs around for Dior Maison or for my interiors, around my flowers, around all that atmosphere that gives me nature.
What made you want to get into the flower world and the flower space? Because I know you do a lot of different things.
No, you know, flowers are my passion since I'm a little girl, and it's always been the things that was carrying me and give me, you know, the inspiration to create everything. I think it's something that you know, just as a little girl, I grew up with them, and they're in me. And so, you know, I wanted to talk about it and how I feel, how I do my colors, my shapes, and how important nature and my garden is important in my work. So I'm not a gardener, I'm not a florist, I'm just a passionate, I'm very passionate, so I'm happy to talk about it.
I think sometimes that's who you really want to hear from, because most of us are just really interested in flowers and think they're beautiful. So it's nice to hear from someone who just also has a passion for it. And you have two beautiful books. I saw them, they are stunning. Tell us more about your books and what people will find in your books.
Well, in my book, in my first one, it's more about my interiors, of how I decorate places and how I set my tables. You know, for Dior Maison, I do tables and all the homeware, so how I use them at home with my vintage, how I mix things. And then the second book is how the garden takes place in my house and how I do my tables around the flowers, how I create my plates and my collection around those collections. And Mr. Dior was very passionate about gardens and flowers, so I explained all that link that he had between you know, the flowers and the way he was building a dress. Well, I do a bit the same, but between my garden to dressing all those tables and those designs on the plates, on the vases that you can see.
I love that connection. I love fashion. I love flowers. So I love all of that. And I'm excited for everyone to be able to hear you today. Welcome to Newport. I hope you enjoy your time here. Stunning, right? Stunning. This is just one of the people you'll be able to see. Like
9:45, beauty is on full display at the iconic Newport mansions.
That's right. The annual flower show is back for another year, giving visitors a summer-like feel. Ashley Erling is live from Rosecliff Mansion with more on this weekend's event. Ashley?
Hey, good morning, guys. Yes, beauty as far as the eye can see. There is so much to see here this year, and Jack is from David Harbor Sculptures, which is one of the many things you're going to be able to see if you come out here this weekend. Tell us about your beautiful display that you have here this year.
Thank you. So, David started the studio around 30 years ago. We've worked in various different locations throughout the UK, and around 10 years ago we started exporting to the US. And the Newport Flower Show is something that we heard about many years ago, and it's been an absolute pleasure to be a part of it this year. Jim invited us along to work with Whitmore's and creating the central garden. What we did was try to create something that enables lines of sight from the main house down to the ocean, and I think with the help of Whitmore's, we've achieved a really beautiful garden.
It's really stunning. It's really more of an art installation, I would say, and something that's, you know, obviously aspirational to look at as far as your own garden. But tell us more about the sculptures specifically, what they are, how you make them.
So everything is made in our workshop in Oxfordshire. So David's created a team of artists, craftsmen, engineers. We work with stonemasons, we work with fabricators, metal finishers. So everything is made and produced in our workshop in Oxfordshire. And then we export it out here. So for instance, the Taurus here, the piece in the centre, the idea of that piece is to create something, an art piece without any ego. The actual emphasis on that piece is purely the landscape. So it's really just showing what's reflected around. So the hard work that companies like Whitmore's and other landscapers put into the gardens of our clients, the sculpture is there just to emphasise that and amplify it.
Does the inspiration come from the client? Do you already come up with inspiration before they ever enter somebody's private garden? How does the process work? Because you have very different sculptures here. They're not the same.
Yeah, so I think there's lots of points of inspiration, but one key thing for us is the collaboration with the client. So the idea is that each piece really belongs to the location and that client. So we work with them in a consultation to come up with a real brief. And from that, we'll create designs and whether it's sketches or full renders, and just to really show the client exactly what's going to end up in their garden. So it's a real collaboration between our craftsmen, artists, and the clients themselves.
And you've had some pretty noteworthy clients as well.
Yeah, so with our, we work with Dame Judi Dench. She was one of our first clients. We work with, we've worked with the Queen, so she's unveiled a few armillaries for us, and we have been lucky enough to win the Queen's Award for export in the UK. So
absolutely amazing, stunning to see. Enjoy your time in Newport. Make sure you do get out of the sun a little bit.